Hey, what's going on, guys? It's been a long time. I'm gonna make a quick video with my assistant cat, Dot. What I'm gonna be working on here is, oh, she sees something. What do you see, Dot? I don't know. She's freaking out about something up there. Hopefully it's not another mouse. I don't need that. Oh, I got my guard cat here. Anyways, the Tron Baton. I got the casting in and just kind of set it on the shelf. I didn't do anything with it. It needs paint, but because I've let it set, it has oxidized really bad. And you can see, like, I've rubbed off some of it on one end just to test and see what would happen, you know, if I polished it up. So it turns out it's got this weird surface and it's going to create a texture if I paint over that. So I need to knock that oxidized surface off so it's nice and clean. And while I'm at it, because I'm going to have to seal this with a primer, I'm going to go through and clean up the casting. There's a few little spots. The casting isn't too bad, really. It's got a few little pinholes and whatnot, and the very ends are kind of weak. They're real fragile. I don't know quite how I will solidify them. And there's holes in it, so you can kind of see, if I push on it a little bit, you can see the it kind of going in. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. What I'd like to do is, like, kind of fill it with something, you know, like I kind of wish it had like I put like a spray foam or something, or even like put a bunch of baking soda inside of it on one end and just drip a bunch of super glue in there to kind of harden and solidify that. But like, I don't know how I'm going to get it in there. The holes that are in it are itty bitty. I mean, they're pinholes. So I think I can get the super glue in there. I just don't know how to get baking soda in there without, like, cutting it open. And I don't want to do that. Anyways, I'm going to do a little bit of sanding or polishing, I guess, with this. So, you know, welcome back to the sanding channel, guys. Let's get to it. All right, I've got it polished up. There's a few little panel lines and stuff like that that need to be kind of cleaned up, I guess you could say. Some are a little, you know, at the seams on the edge, they're a little narrow. Just like, I don't know if you can see that little bit right there. So I just gotta, like, straighten up those little bits. There's a little bit of like the seam you can still see on certain parts. I'm gonna have to hit this with a little bit of Bondo, I think, in certain places, because there's, you know, like, if I can catch it in the light, that you can see right there, there's a little bit of the seam that's actually a recess down, you know, instead of it being raised, it's kind of sitting low. So, and a few other little pinpricks and whatnot. Like, there's one right there. There's a little, that's probably the biggest one right there. And just little things I'm going to do real quick. But I'm going to start off by shaving off everything that shouldn't be there, and then I'll go back with the Bondo glazing putty and fill in those areas that are lacking. So, all right, let me get to cutting here. I think it's time for a little Bondo. What do you say? Alright, you guys, what's that, Dot? What'd you say, Dot? Okay. Alright, guys, I'm gonna clean my finger. I don't want dirty fingies. Got the glazing putty on there. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the holes in that whole end piece. Is real thin, it's real fragile, and it's got a hairline crack, and I'm trying to think of a clever way to stabilize it, but in the meantime I can still like sand out the rest of it. Also, you might have noticed in a lot of those shots you can see where end of my thumb is sliced off. I tried to cut the end of my finger off. I shouldn't say tried, I was successful. I did cut the end of my thumb off the other day cutting some apples. I just sharpened the kitchen knives, and I should have known better. Sorry for the gruesome video there. Alright, now that I got my finger clean, this glazing putty is pretty much set up, so I'm going to go ahead and start sanding it down. It doesn't really take long. You put it on so thin that it dries nearly instantly. I'm going to be using 320 because I don't need to put gouges in this thing and have to fill it back in with something else. So I'm just gonna do a quick knockdown, and that's gonna be it for tonight. Funny thing, I was sitting there cutting those lines with an X-Acto blade and using a razor saw, trying to get them straight and clean because I couldn't find my plastic scriber. Well, I just found it. I am going to get to use it though, because the Bondo filled in some of the lines, so I'll get to reuse it, but I've been looking for that for like 2 or 3 weeks now, and I just found it right after I did all those lines. So okay, let me sand. More sanding, because this is the sanding channel, damn it. Alright, I think it worked pretty well for the most part. It's all pink and streaky now because that's where the glazing putty is still there. I do see a couple spots that I missed that I need to go over, and I still got to stabilize these ends. I'm going to do a couple more little touch-ups with this. There's a few little pinholes I missed that I didn't see before, but I do now, probably because they got highlighted with the pink stuff around them. So I'm going to do that real quick, sand it, more sanding, because this is the sanding channel. Guys, that's gonna be it for this video. This project has turned into a lot more than I thought it would. As you'll see here in the coming videos, I was wanting to do one video for the whole thing because I didn't think it'd be that much work, but after going through all the video, I've got a lot of video. A lot. So it's probably going to wind up being at least 3 or 4 videos. Anyways, that's it for this one, though. I'm going to try to keep them short and watchable. If you like what you see, please subscribe and like it and share it and all the fun stuff that you do with YouTube. There'll be links in the description for all the stuff that I used. You know, like the tape and the, well, I guess you haven't seen that yet. But like the sandpaper and X-Acto blades and scribing tool and things like that. I'll have links to all that stuff down in the description. They are affiliate links. I get a tiny kickback. Doesn't cost you anything extra. I do appreciate it if you click on those and buy things. Oh, and check out the blog, propchopshop.com. I'll try to update it soon. I've not done any projects in a long time. I've not made any videos in a long time. I keep forgetting to press the record button. I'll set the camera up. I'll get my shot. And then I don't press the button. I don't know why. Just forget that part for some reason. So if it's jumping around in this series, it's because I'm a little rusty. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.